Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. So today we will be talking about vanillas again, but this time we're going to be talking about your everyday, go to work, office kind of vanillas. So if that interests you, please keep watching. So before we get started with the video, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Roxanne, and this is Roxanne's Retreat. If this is your first time joining me, thank you and welcome. And if you've been here before and you decided to come back, big up your whole self. Truly, truly, truly appreciate your continued support. Means the world to me. All right, as always, before we get started into the nitty-gritty of things, let's talk about what's happening on the lip. So today I'm wearing a gloss. It's a lip gloss from MAC, and it's called Rags to Riches. So it's like a really light pink gloss, but I lined my lips with Beat from MAC to kind of get it to give me a little bit more color. Okay, so that's what's happening on the lips. And for my scent of the day, I am wearing this pretty bottle right here. This is Astor Place from the House of Bond No. 9, New York. So this is like a fruity, floral, musky fragrance. So the fragrance, there's freesia, there's orris root. What else is in there? There's musk, there's amber. But what I get mostly on my skin is the mandarin orange. There's mandarin orange in the opening. So I get some of that citrus note. And then I get like a powdery kind of sweetish dry down. And I think that's coming from the orris root, the powdery effect. But yeah, this is my scent of the day. It's not like the best performer of all times. Like it definitely won't get an Oscar. Gives me about 4 hours on the skin. Moderate to, sillage, projection. But it's a really pleasant fragrance, and I enjoy wearing it when it's warmer. I know it's always warmer here, but I enjoy wearing this in the high heat. So yep, this is Astor Place from the House of Bond No. 9, New York, my scent of the day. Okay, so let's get into the fragrances dim. So I have 5 fragrances here that I feel like, in this vanilla season, because people always talk about vanillas more so when it starts getting a little cooler. These are the 5 that I believe are good for everyday office kind of vibes if you are that much of a vanilla lover. Okay, so first one on the list is this one right here, and this is Commodity Gold, and this is the Expressive version. I love this fragrance. I don't wear it enough. So to me, it's like a warm, cozy yet sophisticated kind of vibe. There's juniper in the opening, there's vanilla in the middle, and in the base I think there's some amber and musk. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so this fragrance it's definitely not your run-of-the-mill vanilla. You get the vanilla, but it's not like a sweet, overbearing vanilla. I do believe that it works better when it's cooler. I mean, I wear it in the warmer months, but I've worn it this year in the heat, but I did not overspray. So I was not choked out. But yeah, it gives me about, I want to say about 6 hours or so on the skin. Minimal projection though. It's not a fragrance that, projects or leaves like an amazing sillage. Not for me, even when I overspray. But it's a very different, I find it to be a unique vanilla, but I do find it like, it's not sexy or cupcakey, so it's like right in the middle for me. So that's why I believe that it's a really good fragrance for work. Like I said, 6+ hours, about 6 hours on my skin, so I definitely would have to re-up with the kind of work days I have. I don't know about your work days, but I would definitely have to re-up. But yep, this is Commodity Gold. Very beautiful fragrance, something different. I don't find this to be a safe blind buy. Get your nose on it first. Decide if this is for you. But yep, commodity gold, and this is expressive. And this is my #1 fragrance for vanilla fragrance for your everyday. Okay, so next up we have this one here, and this one is Gentle Fluidity Gold from the house of MFK. So Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK. This is one of the fragrances that I don't wear a lot, and I don't know why, because it is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous fragrance. To me, it's a beautiful vanilla, musky kind of fragrance. There's some spices in here. I think there's nutmeg and coriander seeds. And of course, there's vanilla, there's musk, there's juniper berries. So it takes on like, to me, a kind of aromatic vibe also. It's stronger, so it projects more, and you leave more of a sillage than the fragrance I spoke about first, Commodity. They're similar a little bit, but this one just has more of an oomph. Gives me more time on my skin too. Gives me about 7 hours. Compliment getter, like I said, the sillage, the projection is a little above moderate in my opinion. On my skin at least. Very pretty scent. It's well balanced. It's feminine in my opinion. Just really balanced. It's not too sweet. It's not too spicy. It's just right down the middle. And it's quite enjoyable. Enjoyable to smell on myself. And I love smelling Gentle Fluidity Gold on others also. So this is my #2 fragrance for the office. Gentle Fluidity Gold from MFK. Okay, so next up we have this fragrance, Accident à la Vanille from Jousset Parfums. And yeah, definitely for your vanilla lovers. Definitely a vanilla fragrance. This is vanilla. There's vanilla in the opening, vanilla in the mid, vanilla in the base. There's some sandalwood. However, for me, this fragrance, although it's considered a gourmand fragrance, a gourmand vanilla, or like super gourmand, like realistic gourmand, I don't find it to be as gourmand. I find it to be, although it has sandalwood in it, it's not as creamy and comforting as some other vanilla fragrances in my collection. I hope that makes sense. So that's why I'm putting it here in the category of your everyday go to work kind of vibe. So if you, because it does not pull like super overly sweet on me. It really doesn't. So it might do so on you because it's a vanilla fragrance, but it's not creamy, cupcakey at all to me. It just smells kind of dryish. I don't know if I'm explaining this properly, but this is the best that I can do. This one gives me about, it's not really long lasting on my skin. It gives me about 4 to 5 hours on the skin. I find it to wear fairly intimate. Like someone could walk into my office and say, oh, you smell pretty. I could be in a meeting and someone would say like, oh, you smell nice. But like if I'm walking down the street or anything like that, I don't have that projection and sillage. To me, it's super intimate. What else can I say about this fragrance? Yeah, so it's not, I find it to be like really good for everyday, an everyday vanilla lover that wants to wear something to work that's sweet but not too sweet. I feel like you can wear this year round because it's not, again, on my skin, it's not heavy. It's not super thick or anything like that on me. So yep, this is Accident à la Vanille from Jousset Parfums, and yep, I do believe that this will make a great everyday vanilla for work, etc. Okay, so this next fragrance is a fragrance that's definitely sweet, definitely gourmand, and this one is Fire at Will from the house of Jovoy Paris. Now, if you love a sweet, decadent, cupcakey, gourmand, but not too heady, delicious, enticing, mouth-watering. What again? All of the above. Fire at will. That's your girl. So it opens with vanilla and like a powdery mimosa. And then there's vanilla again in the middle with some brown sugar. Gosh, this thing is addictive. And in the base, I think there's some vetiver and musk. All I smell is vanilla. This is gorgeous on me. The sillage, the projection on 10. Fire at will. If you want to be noticed wearing a vanilla, this is your vanilla. Yeah, it's creamy. It's cupcakey, y'all. It's cupcakey. Yeah. Obnoxious, but I love it. This is one of those vanillas that no one will wonder if you're wearing a vanilla fragrance. It's a simple composition, but you know, things don't always have to be so complex. Really pretty, really gorgeous vanilla. Yeah, it performs on me. I like it on me. He likes it on me. Anyone around me when I wear it, they love it on me because it's projecting. In the heat, don't overspray. When it's cooler, you can overspray, but in the heat, just minimal sprays. And like even at work, like in an air-conditioned setting, you could spray this one, and it wouldn't be too much. But I love this one, Fire at Will, from the house of Jovoy Paris. I love these bottles too. Just gorgeous, and the juice, delicious. So yep, you want to smell a delicious, lickable, edible at work. Fire at Will, she's your girl. Okay, so next up is the new it girl on the block, and this is Burberry Goddess. So, yeah, I have a little dent going on already. Yeah, I do. Burberry Goddess. So she is the one that's making all these waves, breaking the internet. And I find her to be pleasant and a really nice vanilla for work. So this one opens with vanilla, there's lavender, there's cacao, there's a little bit of ginger, which I don't get. In the middle, there's vanilla caviar, and in the base, there's vanilla absolute. So it's absolutely a vanilla fragrance. The touch of lavender in the opening gives it like a little bit of an aromatic vibe, but on my skin, all intents and purposes, it's a vanilla. I don't really get why people compare it to like Mon Guerlain or some of the other vanillas. I don't get that. I just get like a pretty vanilla. In terms of sillage, moderate, projection, moderate, longevity, about 5 hours on the skin. And I anticipate for it to get better because, you know, when these vanillas, especially vanillas, when they sit, they tend to get, you know, a little bit more potent. And this is a fairly new fragrance to my collection. So I do find it to be really nice for work because to me, it's not like intrusive. Of course, it's super feminine. Don't let the lavender throw you off. It's feminine. I find it to be just, you know, the girl next door vanilla kind of vibe. But yeah, she's pretty. Now, is she worth that $168 price point? I don't know, y'all. These people are ridiculous with these prices these days, but I do enjoy wearing it. I'm happy to have it in my collection, and I have put it into the category of a work vanilla that I'm going to throw on when I'm going to work, and I do believe that it's good for every day. So, yep, Burberry Goddess from the house of Burberry. Okay, y'all, so that brings us to the end of our everyday office work vanilla video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. It's free, y'all. It's for free. And yeah, follow me on Instagram. So remember, in this world, we could be anything we want to be with hard work, with perseverance. But, and however, while we're trying to be whatever we want to be, we need to smell like good people. Smell fabulous, okay? And I'll see you in the next one.